channel. On this episode of Milan Coast to Coast, we're going to discuss match day 7 in Serie A. We're going to go through the Lazio Milan game a little bit. Of course, it's Wednesday night. We're going to get into the Champions League game against Borussia Dortmund and everything else with the Champions League. We got so much going on tonight. But before we start here, me and my partner Gio, we ask you to do one thing. Please do us a favor. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all of our latest video. Please smash that like button and share and be a part of all of our social media, especially our Patreon. Join us there. It's Wednesday night. The lights have been bright tonight. We're going to talk about everything from the weekend, kind of pick up a little MWP slack here, of course. Are you ready?
I'm ready, baby.
All right. Welcome to Milan Coast to Coast.
Welcome to Milan Coast to Coast with your hosts, Gio and Fabio.
Benvenuti nella casa Giroud in area, si gira, sinistro, rete, gol capolavoro di Olivier Giroud.
Mignon with another magical save.
Hernandez, coast to coast, del numero 19.
Leao carica il mancino. Eccolo qua, Rafa Leao.
Buonasera a tutti. Welcome to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel. I am Fabio, joined by my partner Gio. We're coming live from Long Island and, of course, Southern California. And we are Milan.
Coast to coast, baby.
There you go, baby. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here. Tonight's episode is called Goalless in Germany. And as frustrating as today has been, we're going to get there pretty soon. So hang with us. How are you feeling at this moment right now?
I'm not feeling too good. Well, I'm okay. I'm 50-50. But before we start the show, I just want to give a big shout out to the young puppies. They did their thing today. Milan Primavera. Once again, Gio has been bragging about these guys for over a year and a half. And now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. Me and I've been discussing that there's a lot of young puppies that could come up to the young team. So I'm really proud of them. We've been beating up on European Elites Academy. And I love it, man. Today showed the class that we have. And shout out to King Zaroli. He's a guy. I'm glad that he performed, but I'm kind of scared because BVB is looking at him to buy him off of us. So that's all I got to say. Thank you, young puppies. And now we can start the show, Fabio. Let's do it, baby.
The Primavera is riding high as we were this past weekend. So let's start off with our first game we have to recap. It's Milan Lazio 2-0. Of course, 2 assists from Leao, 1 to Pulisic, and the second one to Noah Okafor for his second Serie A goal. So, this game, pretty good showing. This is, again, one of the bigger games that we circled because, obviously, Champions League coming around the corner. We have another 2 big games in Serie A later this month. We had to take care of the other Roman club. What's your opinion of the 2-0 victory?
Well, the first half, Fabio, I wasn't really I don't know, put me to sleep. I was trying to figure out I was trying to figure out what we could do better. And you know what? I like how we came out. And then but before Fabio, we went down with Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek went down with the injury. So we're like, oh man, because we're already thinking ahead for Wednesday. So we seen him go down with the injury. But then came in who came in? Musa came in and he picked up from them. Yeah, and you know what, the second half performance, I feel that it was amazing, Fabio. I like how the team picked up. Leao was going on beast mode, and then once Leao goes on beast mode, and then people are clinical and then make the shots. That's what happened. And you know what? I think that's a play that we've been running in practice and training. That Leao, he cuts it, he goes on the wing, and then he cuts it in the middle. And Pulisic has scored 2 goals from there. I believe. Like he's just in the middle,
Yeah.
in the six in the box, and then boom, back in the net. So I mean, I really liked how the game was going, but this game was really dreadful. First half, second half, we picked it up, and that's all I like, man. I like that we got the 3 points and showing that we finally have recovered from that smacking that we got like 4 weeks ago from the Derby. So I was very happy with the 3 points, especially in the second half. We came out like monsters.
Yeah, definitely. Second half was better. Leao, two assists. Happy to see obviously Pulisic score again. And Okafor, who at this point we're gonna get further into the conversation later about whether Okafor should be starting. Came on and substituted Giroud, gets a goal. And this is gonna be a lot of conversation about our rotation going pretty soon. But all in all, one good opportunity for Lazio, which was removed. So Jun-
Pedro,
Pedro's
because it came off
Pedro's goal.
sides.
Yeah,
No,
technically it was offsides. Yeah, yeah. So other than that, Milan Lazio was a good affair for us. We'll see what the return leg eventually ends up being, but 2-0, pretty good. Any other last things before we move on?
not. Oh yeah, man. Just a big shout to Tamori. He has recovered. He's hit form again, man. And I hope he really keeps that form. And then Kyer, old reliable. Giving Chow a rest. And that's what I like. We had a little bit of rotation for this thing, and none of the substitutes or the people who came into play let us down. So I really like that.
Yeah, that is good. Come on, it's 2-0 clean sheet. We're happy. This is good. Not letting up any goals. But let's talk about the rest of Serie A. This segment is brought to you by Fubu Canada, the home of Serie A and the Coppa Italia in Canada. Subscribe to Fubu. All right, guys, here we go. So Napoli started the games off, just wiped away the stupidity that was all that stuff. Osimhen gets on the score sheet. Kvaratskhelia finally gets on the score sheet. First time since when? March? Right? Months. See, it's been a month's drought.
Since Calabria wrapped them up. Since
That's right.
Calabria last learned how to
Made him
defend.
into a burrito.
Yeah.
But Napoli took a 4-0. Let you look pretty good to start the season, but they met a big dog, and the dog took them for a walk. You know what I'm saying? We were the second game, 2-0 over Lazio, looking good. Inter just absolutely demolished Salernitana, and this game was pretty close at first, but as soon as Inter broke the deadlock, it was over. It was over. They started scoring fast and furious towards the end. Lautaro, all 4 goals. Holy cow, right? In this one. And so Inter staying on top for another week. Bologna 3-0 over Empoli. Anything about these games? And of course, Udinese 2-2 draw with Genoa. Any thoughts on these games, G?
You know what? Well, Empoli, I've been saying it. They haven't been playing the calcio that they played last year. And since they're not going to be playing, they're going down by December, Fabio. I mean, another slack. They beat Salernitana the week before. I said, okay, they're going to recover. And then, boom, they just get shellacked by Bologna this game. And then Udinese very struggling. But that's because they've had to sell all their players. So, I mean, it is what it is. But Genoa always.
Geraldino getting a big point there for Genoa.
Yeah, no, Genoa, they scrappy, man. They scrappy. They got some talent on the team. So I
Me
mean,
too.
yeah. So
All right, let's jump to the next day. Sleepless. Oh my God! If you needed to take a nap, this was the game to do it. Atalanta Juve 0-0 draw. Oh my God, Juve and we expect better from Atalanta. Juve is really they're regressing in their football lately. What's your opinion of this game?
bro,
Snooze
if you
fest.
need it like I think this was an early game, Fabio. I think it was either 7, 8 in the morning on Sunday, and I was like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I didn't really think anything happened in the game. I mean, two dead teams at the time, and
Yeah.
you know what? But I like what I saw from De Catalare. Even though he didn't really do nothing, he looks like a whole different type of being. But it is what it is,
The
man.
the
I mean,
Milan shirt weighs heavy, my man.
yeah, it weighs heavy. It weighs heavy. And then Juve, I thought we were supposed to be third place, Fabio. They said that Juve was gonna it was intern Juve, and Juve are showing that they're going back to Allegri ball. put you to sleep.
That's right. I'm a little under the weather. Maybe when I lay down later, I'll put this highlight game on. Maybe before even kickoff, I'll be asleep. You know what I'm saying? Roma hosted Frosinone, and they get a needed victory, 2-0 there. Monza, Sassuolo, man. Hosting Monza, and they lose 1-0. Sassuolo doesn't know who they want to be. They only come up big when they play the big teams. Monza takes care of business, get the 3-point. Torino, Verona, 0-0, goalless draw there. Both take a point. Fiorentina ends up beating Cagliari 3-0. So Fiorentina gathers a needed 3 points. Any other opinions on these games, G?
Oh, shout out Colombo, man. He dribbled through everybody.
That's right. He scored the goal on Monza. That's right.
Monza. Shout out Monza. They coming back alive. They started the thing, and everybody was telling me, where's Palladino? Palladino. Now Palladino's going back up and stuff like that. So shout out to Colombo. He's out there doing good. And I want to give a take. If Roma can keep Lukaku and Dybala healthy, they're gonna take a lot of points off a lot of big teams, man. So I know they started in the dumps, but I just like Frosinone. They're gonna play their calcio whatever team that they face. They don't care if it's Napoli, they don't care if it's us. I mean, Frosinone, for them to beat up on Frosinone like that. So the only thing, and then Fiorentina finally, Italiano has started the season off right. What's that? I forgot his name, but the Argentinian right winger, they stayed off a lot of Premier League teams that were willing to pay 40, 50 million euros for him. And he came in, he shined, and then Beltran got his first goal of the season. Another Argentinian. So Fiorentina, they're doing their thing. Maybe a dark horse to make Champions League. Because I think I believe Juventus, Napoli, and Fiorentina are all tied for third place, I believe.
Oof. All right, look at that. And we're going to get to our standings here. Inter and Milan tied for first and second. Inter, obviously, in first place at the moment. Napoli and Juve and Fiorentina, like you just mentioned, tied for third, fourth, fifth there. Atalanta in sixth with 13 points. Lecce now dropping back to seventh with 11 points. Bologna, Frosinone, and Torino round off the top 10. The bottom three at the moment, looking at Salernitana at 18, Empoli with 3 points in 19, and Cagliari in 2 points in 20th place. So we'll see how it works out, man. It's only match day 7, but that's pretty much it. To you by Fubu Canada, the home of Serie A and the Coppa Italia. So subscribe to Fubu Canada to watch great calcio, baby. All right, so let's get into it, guys. All right, you know what you're here for. You know what you're here for. All right. This is all we care about. All right. We want the Scudetto, yes, but we dream of Champions League nights. So let's get into it, G. 0-0. Another goalless. Goalless, but at least keeping a clean sheet, Milan. Let's talk about it. Let's bring up the thing here, man. What were you thinking when we got to the 90th minute here? How were you feeling? I know you were angry. You were very angry.
Nah, I'm very angry, man, because I think Dortmund have gotten rid of a lot of talent over the 3 years, so they weren't as strong as the other Dortmunds that. Look at Emery Chan is still playing calcio. Royce is a little bit senior player for them, and then Fuking, I don't know who the hell that guy was, but
Fuking.
That's his name, bro. but so I was really thinking that, and then their back line besides Hummel, I didn't really know any, not even the goalkeeper. So besides Hummel, so I said if we take our opportunities, we're gonna be able to handle. But at the beginning of the game, we know we got a lineup. I think we were discussing on the Patreons, on Twitters, on Instagram, wherever you follow Milan and you want to get your therapy or whatever. We're talking about like, damn, Pobega is starting. But I said it. I said Pobega is there because he keeps us safe. He's not gonna do something drastical that's gonna leave the defense, alone or anything like that. So he's gonna play it safe. And I don't think they were playing. I think somebody said that they were playing a 3-5-2. I don't think that Foot Mob has this correct. They were playing like a 3 in the back. But anyways, I see the game, and then I see as the game is going, and then I just see that Pobega, man, he looks out of place. And then Giroud, I mean, Giroud, I love the guy, man. I'll always remember whatever he did in the derby, but golly, Giroud thinks this is FC 24. He could do Jogo Bonito moves. He could flick it. He like, bro, go back to basics. You're not in form. You scored in the first 3 games, and then you gone missing since, and you've had penalties. But come on now, bro. Like, now it's time for you to say. And I was saying on the Patreon, like, you know what? Bundesliga teams play high line. I'd rather play Okafor. I know it's a big game. I know it could be a big gamble, but I mean, the pace. You seen it. As soon as Okafor got in there, he took like 3 men for the ride. But what could you really do in 20 minutes? You really can't do anything. So that was my disappointment, is just seeing Giroud up there, because I know what type, and then Pobega to keep it safe. And I love the guy, and I read a lot about Pobega. I thought he was going to be good, but that was before I had Y Scout. Y Scout teaches you what type of a player they're actually going to be. And if I would have had Y Scout, because you have to pay for it, you have to pay like 600 a year for it. It shows you what type of player it is, and then it says it right there that he keeps it safe. And that's not good for us, especially when we need the 3 points, especially when we see what's going on in the background. Newcastle smacking up PSG. So I mean, I didn't like that, Fabio. And I think that today I'm gonna put the blame 5% on Pioli, because he didn't start Adley, and he played reindeers in his wrong position. Somebody get the PSA message that Rangers cannot play the 6. He cannot play the DM. That's not his role. He looks awful in it. So we need the best Rangers. Put him in his position. And a lot of people were saying, "Oh, we didn't have Loftus-Cheek, so we're gonna struggle." No. As soon as you saw that Adley came in, you saw we were free flowing. How many attacks did we have as soon as Adley came in? We had a lot of attacks.
I think that is one of Pioli's big mistakes today, is that he didn't start Adley. But again, they only had 4 midfielders to deal with, so you understand why we couldn't really necessarily. I just wouldn't have started Pobega. I mean, the second game he started, and they're both Champions League games. Why is the kid starting Champions League game? Adley would have been better in that spot. He could have played Reindeers on the left, Musa on the right, and it could have just been a little better. That's just my opinion. But Reindeers, it was a very off game for him. Again, he cannot find his shot. I mean, everybody has a bit of a flaw today, with the exception of probably Mignon, because Mignon made his saves, did everything he was supposed to do. He's probably the only guy that gets an A today, right? Mignon's the only one.
And the center backs, Fabio, they were beasts.
Hold on. Yes, Tomori did good, and we'll get to him. But I'm just saying, for Mignon, what's your rating on him?
Oh, Mignon, he didn't really have anything to do. Marlon was shooting them at him. He made a couple of saves, but Marlon, he was shooting at them, but they were going wide level. They weren't really threatening. They were out the box. They weren't like 6 feet in the box or anything like that. So I'm gonna get an A for Mignon. He really, besides the 2-3 saves.
Those 2-3 saves are big, man. 2-3 saves are big. All right, let's start from the left side, because once we get to the right side, we're going to get upset. Theo Hernandez. This is a C level. I don't know what rating they're giving him here. What does it say? Gee, is it 7.9?
Bro, we cannot believe on football no more, because at the end of the day, Fabio, to me, Hernandez, like, I love the guy. He's my favorite player on the team. But if I rate you and I'm gonna put you on this high, I'm not gonna rate, like, say Pobega, put him here, and I'm gonna think he's gonna do messy numbers. But Theo Hernandez, ain't no way he gets to 7.9. I mean, what were we watching? He had like 4 big chances to make the right pass when he was zooming through everybody. What's the thing that I say about Theo? He fucking doesn't know how to pass the ball. He needs to pass the ball.
Passes it like behind
late,
the guy.
And it's or deflection and stuff like that.
He did have a great opportunity that he took it with his right foot, and he curled it wide. That was really when we needed him to score.
To me, Fabio, like, when I'm judging Milan, I'm not a Juventini, so I expect greatness in Europe. I'm sorry. I don't care if people tell me that that this is not the Milan of the 90s or the early 2000s. I don't give a F, to be honest with you. They'll name another two left backs that are better than him. You're not gonna name them. So when you talking about that world class level or stuff like that, then to me, honest, I need to see dog in you, and you ain't had no dog. So to me, Dale, you get an F because you failed and you didn't do what you're supposed to do.
Damn, an F. See, I give him a C. At least make him think about it. Maybe his mother will yell at him and he'll study more for the next round. But all right, let's move on. You said F, I say C. I think let's not be realistic. Crazy. We'll give him a C. He wasn't bad. I don't think it was a D worthy. All right, Tomori. Tomori, I'm on a border of A and B. Tomori's not terrible. He didn't do anything really too bad. He did have one moment that he kind of passed a stupid pass and it led to a good opportunity for them. Thank God they couldn't capitalize. But for me, I felt like Tomori did well. He at least was it this game that he had a chance that he drove up? I might be confusing it with the Lazio game.
Nah, I think last game.
That was last game. Never mind. All right. So, what's your opinion of Tomori? I'm on the border of B and A. I'm not sure. Maybe B plus.
Nah, I'm gonna give him an A, Fabio. I think he's found his form after not being there for the derby. I think he's really felt that he let the team down because we got shellacked all over the field. So I think since he's came back, he's been an A. He's solid. He's back to his Tomori that for the first 18 months. So I'm gonna give him an A.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. All right, Malik Chow. After having a great header that just went over the bar, I felt like he was pretty solid the whole day. He really didn't have any chances. I, the only thing I want to see more from Chow is his distribution from the back. When finding those long passes to the wing guys, occasionally Kier can kind of do those, get them up to Giroud too. I would like to see Chow hopefully incorporate that into his game in the future. But all in all, I think Chow did pretty good today. I give him an A, just solid. No goals given up, no stupid chances that I can really remember him coughing the ball up. What's your opinion?
Now I'm gonna give him A, man. He's got a lot of heart, and you could tell he's made of that real Iberian. I mean, Taram spinned him. He took him to dance to Macarena, bachata, merengue, salsa, and then since that derby, he has been A.
Dance no more, right?
Yeah, he ain't dancing no more. So shout out to him. I think like Magic Mike and Chow and Tomori are like our star-studded players this game. To be honest with you,
All right.
A for Chow.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's get to our right back, Calabria. You start here because I don't know where you stand on Calabria, but I'm starting to get a bit fed up with the right back. So you start here. He's our captain. Go ahead.
I mean, you know what? This is a problem that is on Pioli because Florenzi, when Calabria missed 2 games, Florenzi didn't put a foot wrong. And then, as soon as, you're healthy, come back in. No, bro, a player is not going to be motivated by that, bro. You have to earn your keep. If Florenzi has a bad game, then you switch him, but you don't switch him after 2 good games. Calabria to me I forgot to defend, and for being a talent to forget to defend is kind of blasphemy, to be honest with you. I'm sorry, Calabria. I mean, I don't know how you got a 7.1 rating because they were doing the hokey pokey on you. Daniel Mullen was abusing you, bro. Like he was beating on you like you stole something at Walmart or Kmart or Target, bro. He stole something and then lost possession, came and went pa pa pa. That's what was happening to you. I don't know. I think Calabria, I don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe that captain thing is too big for him. But to me, Calabria, you're the captain. You're supposed to be out there being a leader. And I didn't see none of that, to be honest with you. Calabria F.
A lot of good comments here saying Calabria needs to stop coming into the middle. Florenzi should be starting a right back. Your time is up, buddy. I think everybody's just seeing that the level that we want to climb. I don't know if Calabria can be there. Honestly, if Florenzi is fighting and really possibly making us give him the starting spot over Calabria, then we need to invest in a right back ASAP. definitely needs to be a part of our future. You're shaking your head. You don't agree? Yeah, he's gonna go with the puppy.
I got two young puppies, but one puppy is a monster. His name is Alex Jimenez. He just came from Real Madrid. This guy's a tank. He's fast. He was balling out today as a left back. So imagine that he can excel as a left back. Imagine if you put him as a right back. I mean, I don't know. To me, I'm spending my money in the summer as a striker, not no right back, to be honest with you. Have Florenzi as a starter and then have the young puppies work. Whoever wants to like chew the shoe, and then it's gonna be the starter in like a year and a half from now.
Yeah, I think this is fair. Leban Youssef is saying D for Calabria. Uh, I don't know. I think that's fair. Nothing good because he didn't provide no cross. He didn't really do anything, and we were clamoring for Florenzi towards the middle of the second half. So not good for Calabria. All right, but let's move on to our midfield now. All right, let's start with Musa. All right. What's your opinion? They're giving him here a 6.9. So, what's your opinion of the young American? Remember, he's 20 years old. He's one of the youngest guys on the team. So,
Uh, I'm giving him a B, Fabio. I mean, to me, there were some times that he lost the ball, but he recovered on Fabio.
yeah,
I mean, he's young, he's raw, and I told you since we got him, he's pure pace and power, Fabio. You saw the space that he could cover in like 2 seconds. He'll cover like 30 feet in like 2 seconds. Like he's an animal. He's a beast.
I said it. I said it the other day, man. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I feel like we're gonna see a time coming very soon that Musa is not somebody we're sitting. So it's gonna be really interesting. But what's your rating on him?
being Musa, man.
I'm gonna go with a
Musa.
B too. I think that was good. I love seeing
He's
the
a
American do good, man.
he's a tank, bro. He's a tank. He's a tank. And he was helping out Calabria a lot. So I don't know how he got a 6.9, maybe because of the yellow card, but I don't know, Fabio.
Vince
But
is
he did.
saying his last 15 minutes were awful, so he's giving him a C. We're skewing up for our American buddy. All right, let's start with Tijani here, Mr. Rangers, whatever his name is. You know what? Until he learns to get a shot on target, I'm not pronouncing his name right. I don't give a shit. So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, they're giving him what? I see a green score, 7.2. It's not one of his better spots. I think it's also partially Pioli to blame. So I'm giving him a C. What about you?
I'm giving him a D, Fabio. I mean, you can't miss a wide open goal, bro. And go like 50 yards the other way. I'm sorry. So you get a D, bro. I mean, I know you're struggling. I know you weren't played in your perfect position, but I mean, come on. That wasn't even about positioning. It was just about finding the net. That was it. But I mean, it's a D, Fabio, because he's one of the. If you miss chances, Fabio, you're getting a D, bro. D or an F to me.
I mean, the
Because
guy's missed chances. That's all he's done so far. You had that one moment where you had a couple of assists in a game, but damn, man. I mean, it just he has so much spark, but then he dribbles too long. He tries to create something, but then he loses the ball. And it's like he does something good and immediately fucks it up. I also think this is a game where Reindeers needed to be more forward. Like I don't like him in the middle there. I felt like again starting Adley would have been the better choice, but we digress. Let's move on. Pobega, 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 Doctor Pobega. What's your opinion of Doctor Pobega's game? Who got
I mean,
substituted?
he was there
First
to make
sub,
it.
first sub.
He was there to make it safe, Fabio, but he can't keep up with the pace of Leao and Dale. And there was this one time that they were looking for a midfielder. If Rangers is there, Rangers is fast, Fabio. He's not as fast as Dale or Leao, but he would have got there, and that's his deficiency to me. I mean, Pobega, he was there to play it safe because Pioli plays it safe out on the pitch and at home. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Pobega, what can I say? D, bro, because you really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you.
Hey, subbed off early. I don't even think you should have been starting. I'm gonna have to go with the D too, man. I just you can see the difference exactly, Vince. You can see the difference in quality compared to the others on the pitch today when it came to Pobega. Just and obviously Pobega, if you want to be serious and honest, he is what our seventh midfielder on the depth chart. You play Benacer over him. You play Krunic over him. You play Loftus Cheek over him, and you played the other two guys over him. Pobega is the bottom guy on our depth chart, and he's starting. Starting. Even Adley, I think, should be higher up. He's starting the goddamn Champions League game. Baffling. But anyway, let's move on. Pulisic will start on the right side. We'll get to our other guys. Let's start with Pulisic here, man. Didn't play the whole game. Eventually got subbed out for Chukwueze. Had a good chance, which I believe was saved. This game and the other game are blurring together.
No, he shot it. He shot it straight at the keeper.
That's right. Straight at the keeper. Great little touch pass from Leao right there. Turns around.
But he made the move, Fabio.
He should have passed it to Leao back. Leao would have had a more of an angled shot to get a...
but he made the move on that one because he turned the defender around to get open.
Yeah, well, I just think you blasted it a little too hard right at him. Keep that ball low to the ground. You get it in, or you pass it right back where Leao can just blast it into a corner. Just wasted chance. Maybe the nerves of being back at your old club, how important it is. The fact that you guys didn't gather 3 points, maybe it was just too much today. But for me, I think it's like a C level. Nothing terrible, but nothing good, really. I mean, a C just for getting that one opportunity. Not enough crosses, not enough good chances from the right side. Was pretty invisible the first half as well for most of the time. But what do you say about Pulisic?
Fabio, I don't know why we're not attacking on the right now that we have more quality. Everything was going down the left. So that invisibility is not his fault. That's the coaching and stuff like that, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm going to give him a D. The reason I'm going to give him a D because I know what quality that he has. It was basically the same play as Saturday versus Lazio in the box, turned it, and then he scores. So I'm expecting Pulisic. A lot of people don't rate him because he's American. I'm not going to do that. I've always been a guy that said that if he stays injury-free, he could do a lot of damage. So I expect more for Pulisic. So I'm going to give him a D.
Yeah, it's too harsh. I'm dropping your class when it comes up. Let's start with Leao. So Leao, undoubtedly, again, our most dynamic player. They're rating him here 7.4, but he had a couple of moments that, damn, man, him and Theo are just not on the same page. Theo does not pass well to him, or Leao tries to go around somebody, kind of loses the ball, finally does get past the person, draws a yellow card. They never do that again. So it's just like baffling how, again, you just shut Leao down. The rest of the team still struggles to find some magic. So for me, Leao, this was a C performance. What do you say?
All right, Fabio. I'm just going to say Leao ain't that dog. I've been saying this since last year's group stage. He only showed up for Napoli. Brahim Diaz, he was the one that scored the goal versus Spurs before everybody cares away. And he said that he was going to make up for that Newcastle missed goal, right? And I don't think he messed up. The only thing that I'm not going to put on when basically he put it on a Giroud, and Giroud, I don't know what the hell he was thinking because he's on drugs. But Leao, if you're going to make it up to the fans and all this thing, I mean, come on, guy. Like, I expect a lot from you. I know what talent you have, and if you want to be up there with the Vinnies, you want to be up there with the Mbappes, you have to ball out. And to me, I didn't really see a lot from Leao today. 2 to 3 runs ain't gonna do it, man. And then he started getting too cute. Like, he started thinking that he's Brazilian, he's doing Jogo Bonito things and all that. And then you had the slowest defenders in the world guarding you, and you couldn't even run past a Homos, who's an experienced defender. And then Schlotterbeck shuts you down. And then I don't even know who Ryerson is. The Ryerson was all over you, bro. And stuff like that. So, I mean, to me, he's a liar, and I need him to make up because now he said that they gonna win in Paris. If he don't win in Paris, then he's a full of shit player. So I'm gonna give him an F because I expect a lot from him, and he's promised me, Fabio. And when you promise something to the fans and stuff like that, then I need you to come through. I don't need you to bullshit 2 to 3 runs. And then they give him the FIFA, they gave him the Champions League man of the match for 2 runs when we didn't get scored on and we didn't even come on now, bro. Like, come on. Like how yeah, that's the thing. Like to me, Alex is shit. But like, come on, man. Like, look, those 2 guys is like those 3 guys are slow, man, and you couldn't do anything. You thinking 2 runs? It's not. I don't need you to make those 2-3 runs. I need you to be smart. I need you to. But when you start trying to dribble, flick it over you, yeah, they're gonna cut the ball. They stole a lot of cookies from you. So I expect better from Leao, especially after he said that he promised and stuff. And I don't know if he promised like the I promise school that LeBron James is having. Or I don't know what he's saying that he wants to go there, or I don't know what he's saying. But when you say you promise, you have to come through it, and you have to come through. I'm sorry, Leao. I expect a lot and stuff like that. I'm not gonna expect the same that I have for Calabria or Florenzi or somebody like that, because I know Leao is a top dog, but he's a puppy right now.
I love it. All right, well, let's move on to our top guy, Giroud. I gotta give a D for Giroud. He had 1 good chance. I'll give Giroud this. He always presses, man. He presses. He tracks back. He gave us a full 70 minutes. Again, Giroud is a product of what you provide to him. He had 1 or 2 chances. He's not, his whole job now is just to hold up play, to release these guys, to try to get on the end of a layout cross. That's pretty much all it is. He's not going out there creating chances for himself, but I gotta give him a D today. What about you?
I'm giving him an F, Fabio. I mean, I'm tired of his jogo bonito and stuff like that. Go back to basics. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think the manager set him up for fail, and then he failed on himself because Bundesliga, they play a high line, and we could have taken advantage of when Okafor hopefully came in. But I already knew Pioli was playing it safe. I said it in the Patreon chat. If you haven't joined the Patreon chat, join us. Man, we give a lot of insights, a lot of good people. We don't care about your opinions, if it's right or wrong. We're going to say whatever you feel is right. We're not going to diss you or anything. But I said that if Giroud isn't sub by the 60th minute, like 50 to 60th minute, then Pioli wants a draw, and that's what he wanted, to be honest with you.
And he waited until almost the 70th.
Almost 7, yeah. So Giroud, F, man. I mean, he can't move no more. That's the thing. And those guys, Hummels and Schlotterbeck, they're units. Fabio, they're 6'4", 6'3". Schlotterbeck a little slim, but he's tall. He's a unit, and Hummels is an experience. Like, he's not gonna get no chance to breathe. You saw that's why they got yellow cards, because Hummels and Schlotterbeck, they got yellow cards on Leao because they were on that high line. Leao was about to go, and boom, they took him out. So that's when the manager has to see, like, okay, right at halftime, I'm going to put Okafor. Because, okay, Leao gets it right there. Maybe he throws a through ball right there. Okafor's right there because he's fast. But, I mean, I don't know. Giroud, I would have gave him a C because, I mean, I wouldn't have blamed him. But when he starts doing Jogo Bonito, then I got to give you an F because now you're playing with me. And then he had 2 chances, Fabio, but on the second chance, he was sleeping because he let the ball go underneath him. And then he's like that. And then he's like that. Like, that means that he knows that he effed up. A lot of people ain't going to talk about that play, but oh, well. Gio's here to tell you that he messed up. He was sleeping.
Yeah, Giroud had a big chance, man, where he just taps it too hard and goes flying over the net. That is the goal right there, man. That is the goal right there. We could have won it 1-0, but all right. Any opinion you want to say about Okafor, Chukwueze, Adley coming in? Probably should talk about him. And who else was Florenzi coming in?
No, I'm gonna get not Chukwueze. I'm gonna give him an F because you can't miss that chance. You cannot miss this chance, Fabio. I'm being fair all around. You cannot miss those chances. The reason I'm giving you F, you cannot miss those chances. You're wide open, bro, and you straight at the goalkeeper. You're supposed to dink it over him, bro. He was already on the floor, but you see what he has. He looked more like that's what I don't understand. Like when Chukwueze was in, Okafor was in, Adley was in, it was flowing, and it looks like Adley looks for the left and the right. Maybe that's the difference because we started attacking more on the right. You know, Chukwueze cutting in, Musa trying to pass the ball in and stuff like that. So to me, Fabio, I don't know. Like Chukwueze, F. Adley, he gets a standard C because a B. You know, he came in, he did this thing.
Yeah, he
And
looked good. I'd give him a B.
and then Okafor, but you can't just give a guy like that 20 minutes. You saw what he did. He took Hummels, he took Slaughterback for a ride, then he gives it to Leao and then goes with a chance. Come on, give this guy this. This is a perfect game for him because he's fast. He's a fast player. And you saw, like, I think in the middle of the 60th minute, we started becoming a counterattacking team. That's when you bring him on. Okay, 30 minutes to go. You guys go. Because Chukwueze had a couple chances, another one that he crossed in and then went wide right, left, stuff like that. But I'm just disappointed, Fabio. I mean, you know what? Like, I think the disappointment is like that BBB ain't as good as they've been before, like Nico said. Yeah, I mean, they're not as good as they used to be, like Nico said, and I think to me, at the end of the day, Fabio, that it's just a big disappointment because we're not Juve, bro. Our pedigree. Check it out, baby. If you don't believe it or not, I would understand if we're going against a Real Madrid, Manchester City, a Bayern, and we missing these chances. That I would be like, we don't have that many chances. I wouldn't be as harsh. But we're going against BVB, their team has dropped in quality, especially after selling Jude. So just disappointed, Fabio. And at the end of the day, Fabio, we need 4 points in the next 2 games to have a chance to qualify. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, Steve is thinking that you're being a little too tough on Chukwueze. You're putting him on a pedestal, and you can't put on the pedestal, if you know what I'm saying. But we got to have a conversation.
No, you wide open, bro. You're a guy. You need to bury that in the back of the net. I'm sorry.
Chukwueze is trying to be the new CDK. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. That's scary, right? He was our most expensive guy this off season. All right, so let's have this conversation. Now, a lot of people online seem to be starting to doubt whether Chukwueze is as good as we're hoping can be. Where do you stand on this? Because people are starting to get frustrated. I don't know. Again, is this a byproduct of our coach not playing him with the best players, playing a different format, still getting him out there? I still believe Pulisic could play the camp role. We go back to kind of what we were doing before. What's your opinion, man? Do you think Chukwueze just needs a full game, needs more time? I mean, Pulisic is playing out of position, and he's getting starts over him. So what's your opinion of the whole Chukwueze at the moment?
Pulley doing his job, though, Fabio. You can't.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to hate on Pulley because he's American. But if you have the GA, you're scoring, you're assisting, like, bro, you can't be dropped. That's what I'm saying. Like, Florenzi comes in, you can't drop him because he hasn't had a bad game. Chukwueze, the thing is why people are doubting him, he had Loftus-Cheek had 2 big chances that he passed him the ball with nobody, and he missed them. That's not on Chukwueze. That's on Loftus-Cheek. But people are not going to see the game like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But today, that's on him. He had like 3 big chances to do something. The one really big chance, and then he shoots it. But I like Chukwueze's talent. You saw he gave us something more than Pulisic. He had paid. They couldn't contain him, Fabio. Like, they couldn't contain him, but I just need him to work on the end product, just like Tijani Reindeers. They need to know how to pass, and they need to know how to shoot, to be honest with you. I'm not giving up on Chukwueze. We haven't well, I'm not delusional, Fabio. I'm not one of those guys that are gonna give up on people and they're gonna say that Pobega and Calabria are awesome and stuff like that because they have an agenda. Not here, Fabio. I know talent, Fabio, and stuff like that. Now, we just have to see. But you can't drop Pulisic. But now this has to make Chukwueze better. He has to, like, now when he comes in, Fabio, he needs to have an assist or a goal. Because if he
better do
doesn't,
something. That's right.
then he's not gonna come in. That's the
Yeah.
only way you replace somebody. Okay, you start, you score. So say he plays versus Genoa, he scores maybe 2 goals and assists. Then maybe now we have, who do we start for the Juve coming back international break? Do we start Chuko? That's when you have the debate. But Chuko, it's some time. How many minutes he got? Fabio, he probably got like an hour of minutes, and people are already throwing him under the bus.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. All right, let's move on to the rest quickly. We're going to try to do it as fast as we can. The rest of the match day 2. Let's, of course, before we get to the other people in our group, we have to talk about what happened yesterday. So let's share this screen. We'll start with our cousins, right? Inter 1-0. It was a Turam scored for them, right?
Yeah,
you watched
man.
this game.
Yeah, Turam. I mean, the guy that we were after. I mean, what Inter is what they have above us. I think. I don't even think it's the midfield no more. I really think it's the striker. Taram's a beast. He's killing it, and then Lautaro, he's on his thing. I know he missed a lot of stuff, Fabio, but I mean, Inter, they got 2 clinical strikers. That's what puts us apart. We have one that is hanging on to dear life, and then the other one only gets 20 minutes. So, but
very true, very true. All right, so the other teams in their group was Real Sociedad 2-0 over Salzburg. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Son of a bitch.
No, Fabio, I'm impressed with Real Sociedad. I'm real impressed with Real Sociedad. They know how to play in tight spaces. They know how to get out. Like, you think you got the player, then he loops the ball somewhere. I'm really impressed with Sociedad, especially Salzburg. They're a team that they give a lot of teams hard time. They gave Liverpool a hard time. They gave PSG a hard time when they played them in the Champions League. So for Real Sociedad to come out and play and basically win, and I think it was away, right? Yeah, no.
Sociedad was away. Yeah,
yeah. So to win in Austria, then it is very good.
Yeah, true. Oh, Austria. That's right. I thought they were German for some reason. All right. Speaking of German team, Union Berlin took a loss 3-2 by Braga. This game was very exciting. A lot of goals. So if you didn't check out that one, those highlights are awesome. And who's Berlin and Braga in the group with? I'm sorry, I'm a little ill prepared here. But
you know what? I don't really know, Fabio.
No, I got it.
Are they with? No, they're not with Inter. They're I'm not too sure, but
and my lights went out. Hold on 1 second.
I'm not too sure. Or who they're in the group with, Fabio, but Braga, you said? No, I don't even see Braga. Oh, you know what? They were Napoli, Fabio. They were Napoli and Real Madrid. Those are they're in that group.
A little malfunction.
They were Napoli and Real Madrid, Fabio.
All right, perfect.
Braga.
All right, so let's go to that game. Napoli Real Madrid was the main event probably of yesterday. You would agree. Napoli initially had the lead. Real Madrid came back. Then Real Madrid took the lead. Napoli tied it, and then Real Madrid. I mean, it's the Jude Bellingham's show. This kid's been playing great. Vinny Jr. had a goal as well. I mean, Napoli. I mean, this is what you expect. Real Madrid, Napoli should be fighting for that one, but Braga picking up a needed 3 points there. So, what was your opinion on Napoli, Real Madrid?
I mean, dang, man. No, Napoli, they did good to play, but Real Madrid just showing their class, especially with that Valverde rocket, bro. You're not stopping that one.
Absolutely.
So it was a good game.
Valverde's goal was class, bro. Holy shit. What a game. What a game.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's go to the other one. We have Group B, Arsenal visiting France Lens, and they won 2-1. Arsenal's heart's breaking over there. They might be looking unfortunately at another Europa spot, but we'll see. I mean, it's early. They can definitely recover, but losing 2-1 there. The other game in that one, which was also another good game, PSV and Sevilla, that one, I mean, the ref taking goals away. They ended 2-2. I mean, really dramatic game. But both teams taking a point. You could say Sevilla maybe could feel like they were screwed a little bit, especially with the handball. I don't know about that, man. Did you see any of the highlights for this one?
It was a crazy game, Fabio. So
was.
it was a crazy game. Tete scored the fifth. It was just crazy, man. Sometimes the ref are not always Italians that mess up or English that mess up. All kinds of refs, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to come in to win the game today, Fabio, and just basically shit on Arsenal and all their stupid fucking fans. They're the worst, bro. They're the worst. And PSA, man, clip it up, send it to the Arsenal fans. You know what? You guys really pissed me the fuck off. Yes, we lost to Lens in 2003, but none of your fucking players right now are at least none of your players touched the 2002-2003 Milan team. None of them. The real Rolls Royce defender is fucking Alessandro Nesta, not that bum Saliba. So I'm tired of y'all fucking chapping out your ass. And I'm glad, and I hope you go to fucking Europa League because you're a trash ass club. And remember that your greatest ever fucking legend, Thierry Henry, went running to that bitch ass club Barcelona because he was a fucking coward and he could never lift you the Champions League. I'm tired of seeing your stupidity. Don't ever mention motherfuckers like Iniesta, Maldini, nothing, because you never had none of those type of players on your team.
Oh man, I don't know who ruffled your feathers, but I love it.
They put stupid shit that they because we lost to Lens in 2002, 2003. Like if their fucking team is even compared to those. Come on, bro. Come on.
They're just dreaming, all right? They're dreamers, all right?
Well, I want to crush their dreams. I want to crush their dreams. Rolls-Royce defender Alessandro Nesta, not that bum Saliba.
All right. All right, so here we go. We're going to Group A. Tough game for our Red Devil friends. Manchester United unfortunately losing 2-3. Galatasaray coming into Manchester United and making the crowd upset. I mean, they were booing at the end of this game. Just awful for Manchester United. Icardi gets the game-winning goal after missing a penalty. I mean, just bad news. And hearing on the other side, Copenhagen taking the lead on Bayern Munich, and then Munich comes back and wins 2-1. I mean, not a good look for United. They're in trouble at the moment, sitting at the bottom. So definitely.
You know what? Man. I want to say something about United, man. The roof is caving in over there at the Glazers. Shout out my brother Terry.
Shout out to Terry.
Devils stick together because y'all don't waffle like a lot of Arsenal fans. But I just want to say something, man. Nana, man, I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Oh, Nana.
What's my name? Boy, I don't know what he was doing, man. And to be honest with you, I just want to say something, man. That kid Højlund is the real deal. Holyfield.
Yes.
Oh my God! Remember we wanted him. Imagine us lay out Pulisic, Højlund. They wouldn't even know what to do with us. But that kid Højlund is the real deal. You saw on their first goal, they were like, "Oh, where is he?" Boom! He pace and power, bro. They think of Højlund slow. No, bro. He just broke through and scored, man. This kid is gonna be something else, man. I hope they build a team around Højlund. And I just hope that's what they do. But I feel sorry for Terry. He's going through it. They're set bottom of the league, bottom of the thing, -2, I think. So it's going to be tough for them to get out of there.
The goal difference is -2. You can't be they're at 0, though.
And so what is Amrabat doing at? What is Amrabat doing at?
Is for every
he's looking at left back, bro. Left back, Fabio, come on, bro. You can't blame him, bro. That's like you put him for big ass striker. You know he not gonna be doing nothing.
Bro, it's like too many, honestly. For every like one good signing round Manchester United have, they have like 3 or 4 because it's just terrible bonds. But oh man, my uncle say he's chiming in. Says, Gio, get it all out because Milan's not scoring on anybody this year. He sees trouble ahead. Two ends, don't say such a thing. All right, we're gonna score later this month against Juve. All right, let's go with the rest of the games here that happened today. Obviously, the other game from our group, Newcastle United 4-1, just trouncing Mbappe and the PSG boys, putting 4 past Donnarumma. Real bad showing from PSG. Now Newcastle United sit at the top of our group. Unbelievable. What did you have to say about this game, Newcastle? Running riot.
They took their chances, Fabio.
They did.
And I see a lot of Interistas going in on screen yard today that he got dunked on and all that shit. Well, that's your legend. Our Pillsbury Dog boy, we call him out. We know that he loves eating croissant and loves letting goals in left and right. Yeah. So I mean, to me, I don't know. That was just shocking, bro. And Mbappe, it's time for you to leave, bro. I don't know what you're gonna do, but it's time for you to leave, bro. I think they spent a lot of money, Fabio. I think they spent like close to 300 mil this summer. Colomani, Ramos, those were 200 million right there, and then Ugarte 60. They brought in a lot of people, and I thought they were doing a good project because they were going with the youth and stuff like that, but they just got ripped today, to be honest with you.
All right, well, let's go to the Italian team that played today as well. Lazio won 2-1 against Celtic.
At the
death to get the 3 points. So good for Lazio. Moves them up into second place of Group E, while the top is, of course, Atletico Madrid, who took on Fenerbahce today. And this was another back and forth, exciting game. They won 3-2. Now Real Madrid sitting at the top. Atletico Madrid sitting at the top there. The other group, Group G, will start there with the champions, Manchester City. They were technically trailing at some point, but ended up winning 3-1, handling Leipzig. And then the other game on that one was the Young Boys, and I can't see what the hell this team's called. Crevena, yeah, whatever. 2-2. Young Boys tied, and the final group is, of course, somebody called them Referee Alona, because they're getting favored calls. They went to Portugal and defeated Porto 1-0, and the other side was Shakhtar Donetsk having a great game. Them in Antwerp 2-3. Shakhtar Donetsk takes the 3 points there. So there's going to be a fight for that second spot between Porto and Shakhtar Donetsk. But what's your opinion on these particular games, G?
No, Fabio. I mean, Manchester City would do what they do. I'm really impressed with Newcastle United. They handle business. I mean, you know what, and stuff like that. Shout out Strasbourg Steve. They got the win today. But other than that, I mean, I'm just focused on myself right now, Fabio, and our team, because they're letting me down, man, to be honest with you. I know I went on a tangent with Arsenal, but like they getting disrespectful. So Gio has to let it out, man. I think it's the culmination of everything. I had to let them out. Like, come on, bro. Like, none of your players get in that 2002, 2013. None of them. No. And y'all disrespectful like that. And when people start saying, like, what the hell is going on? And then you think you're like Gabriel Jesus, Saliba, these guys. I mean, they're good, but come on. We're talking about the top of the line, guys. We're not talking about low budgets. But anyways, Fabian, nah, man. I mean, we're going on PSG, man. Get ready, man. We're going into this international break cruise. Another one.
On international break just yet, because we do have a game coming up on Saturday, of course. Milan, Genoa, Matchday 8. It's going to be a tough game, just because it really shouldn't be that tough, but you can't underestimate anybody in this league. But we have a lot of injuries. Let me bring this up here, man. I wonder who we're starting. What's your opinion going into this game? We obviously have to keep rolling. As you can see, look at all of our guys. Nobody suspended, but just a ton of injuries. Loftus Cheek will be out until the break. Krunic as well. Saying Kalulu the same. And then obviously Caldera, we don't care. And Benacer, we know he'll be back. Oh, this is like mid-October. They're bugging. He's not coming back until December or January. But so looking at this game, 2:45 start here. So of course, 8:45 in Italy's prime time Saturday night. What's your opinion of this game coming up?
Nah, Fabio, I think we're going away. So, bro, I think most of our games have been away in Serie A. I think we've played like 2 or 3 more games away, which is good. So it comes at the end of the season, maybe when we're fighting for Scudetto, and we need the home crowd to push us over the top. It's gonna be good. But they got oh, what? Rotegi's out? Okay, sounds pretty good. Strawman's out. To me, Fabio, we just I don't know if we're gonna see rotation here, but I would like to see Okafor at top, Leao, Pulisic. Just the same team for today, minus Pobega. I think we put Adley in there. And then at right back, I would put Calabria. And then, to be honest with you, Fab, I'm not Florenzi, my bad, not Calabria. And then I think we just have to take care of our chances. I think in Serie A we're doing good. We're scoring goals, but in Europe we're shooting blanks. You know, we're acting like Juventinos up in Europe. But I think in Serie A we're doing good. I mean, it's gonna be
We
tough,
haven't
Fabio.
lost to them in a long time. We haven't even
Yeah,
drawn with them in a long time. So
yeah.
we
But
need to
this is
handle our
different. This is
business.
different. This is different. They're gonna they like to struggle it out. Look, they're not even losing by big margins. Look, Genoa 2-2, Napoli 1-0. So it's gonna be a tough game. That's all it shows you right now. It's gonna be a tough game. And they
Oh, they
smacked up
tied
on
Napoli 2-2.
that's what I'm saying. And they beat up on Roma. But look at the losses. Lecce 1-0, Torino 1-0. So they not really losing like that, Fabio. So it's gonna be a tough game. And I just need everybody to show up. I need Leao to show up. Stop making promises. With this is not LeBron. I'm James Promise School. Okay, this is Milan and stuff
Somebody
like that.
said you really mean it when you give a promise ring.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I do. But to me, Fabio, I mean, I'm back in the team. This is Serie A, and I think we're gonna come out on top. I think we're gonna come out 2-0 because Genoa is a tough team. But I need it to be on, and I think this is a time now that Okafor has to come in and show if he could do it.
No,
Oh,
Junior, no.
La Macias, La Macias.
The
I think
Messiah.
yeah, so sure, we gotta face the Messiah. So I mean, to be honest with you, Fabio, hopefully we make those changes, those 2 changes, Florenzi and right back. Maybe if you want to rush Tamori or Kyer, you bring Kyer in. And then up top, I want to see Okafor. When I wake up, I want to see Okafor up top.
I agree. I hope Okafor starts. But we'll see. We'll see. Honestly, I can see them being that we don't have another game next week and we have the international break coming after. Will be a good chance to play the starters. Don't really rest anybody at this point. Some of them are gonna have a break for a week. Other of them are gonna go to the international teams, but we need the 3 points. No fucking around here in City. We need all 3 points, and we
Most
cannot.
of our team goes international break except for Calabria and Pope.
Hey, all right, let's go. Parting shot time, G. What's your parting shots, brother?
Oh man, today, like my parting shots. Thank you to everybody that follows us, shows us support. But today, it's like I just want to shout out to everybody in the Patreon chat, man. I don't know, like without chat today, I don't know what the hell I would have done. Nothing bad, but I think you guys gave me peace. I think we talk it out. We don't chat shit, and we're a good group. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean we got our opinions. We don't diss each other, and most likely we all go the same. We all want to see Giroud dropped, and if he's gonna earn his spot back, then Okafor's gonna have a dud, and that's all we want to see here at Milan. Earn your spot. You know, like Fabio says every time, man. If you love me and Fab, you love Vinny and Steve, the legends, then everybody like and subscribe. And if you don't want to like and subscribe, that's cool. But help us with the Patreon. Well, it's not cool if you don't want to like and subscribe.
No, you
We
gotta do
need the likes.
everything.
You got
You
to
need
do everything.
everything.
And if you want to do Patreon, Everybody asks why Patreon. Patreon, you get in the group chat, you come speak your piece, and it goes for a good cause, man. It goes for a good cause. The donation goes to Canada for the little puppies, the little kids, man, and that's why I like being part of the channel. And parting shots is thank you to everybody in Patreon, and thank you to all the Milan clubs around the world. Let's back the team on Saturday, and let's go. Let's go. I'm glad we're going international break because I'm a Dodgers fan and we are in Dodger baseball October, and this is the most stressful month for me.
You had to mention baseball, right? Any other stupid sport you want to mention? Maybe you mention American football too. Piss me off right to the end. My parting shot, ladies and gentlemen, of course, is always just to remind you a little ad here from my club here in New York City. If you're in the tri-state area and you want to watch the Genoa game with the club, please check us out at the Football Factory Legends Bar on 33rd and 5th Avenue. It's a great time. The Basement Football Factory is a great pub. Go enjoy it, experience it with the club. 2:45 Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, guys, thank you everybody for being in the chat, being involved. We appreciate you guys so much. We're gonna have so much going on. Definitely international break doesn't mean we take a break. Vinny and Steve most likely will be coming Monday night to recap the Genoa game and so much more. So if you're here, please subscribe and like the video. We appreciate you. Join the Patreon as well. Gee, anything else?
That was a big pause, Fabio. What you said about Vinny and Steve.
Oh my God, I have to listen to that later.
If you don't cry now, if you don't laugh now, you cry later. Shout out to Drake on that one.
Shout out to Drake. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and check us out next week. G, peace out. Forza Milan, everybody.
Peace out. Forza Milan and go.